At the beginning of the split, I didn't really think that Origen would be a top team.
I am super proud of everyone in the team because we have made it. We are really good.
It's going to be Fnatic against Fnatic.
The fact that we actually have done it separate ways proved to me that we were the best players. I always thought about this, like, it would be so good to actually be facing them in the finals.
I don't know that it's fate and Origen versus Fnatic, but I just know that we will win.
I think it's going to be definitely a close game against Origen.
I feel like we can actually beat them.
It's actually the team that gives us the hardest time.
I think we have a good chance of winning this best of 5, but it's gonna take a lot of work.
It's just crazy. The fact that we're here playing them is already what I dreamt of.
It was my personal goal to at least play the final.
We just want to prove that our team is actually the best.
I think it's gonna be a great final.
We are actually the best 2 teams in Europe right now. What are you going to cheer for?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the European LCS Summer Split Finals. We are live from Stockholm, Sweden, and Yellow Star said it best. Who will you be cheering for? The fans have queued up, sat down, and they're ready for Fnatic to take on Origen in the best of 5.
And if any team is gonna beat Fnatic here in Europe, it will have to be Origen. We see them here walking on stage. Nils in the back, then Mithy, of course. This team, they can't do it.
Yeah, if any team is going to do it, but however, Fnatic, they have Huni, they have Reckless, and most especially they have their captain Yellow Star to lead the front, and it's going to be a damn hard task.
And from the sounds of things, they've got the support of the entire stadium behind us. I'm Quickshot with Crepo and Deficio. We're going to be bringing you all of the action later in the day. Before that, though, we want to wish Pyra all the best. He's currently off ill, and hopefully we'll have a speedy recovery. Before we get to the games, we do need to do some pre-match analysis, so let's head over to the analyst desk, where Shox is joined by a few experts.
Thank you so much, Quickshot. Indeed, I'm If, your Shox supporter, here to focus in on today's series alongside James Trust O'Leary and the coaches for H2K and Roccat, Crawley and Yamato Cannon. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me here. Ready to do some good analysis on hopefully the full 5 games. Let's start by taking a look at the bracket though, because yesterday we of course kicked off everything here in Sweden as H2K swept the Unicorns of Love in 3 games. That means probably you guys are now in 3rd place. You got your eye on that championship points and on that possible world spot. What did you think of your team doing yesterday?
I think yesterday was pretty decent performance. I do like the 3-0. That's a really nice side effect. Please. Thank you very much. But really, the games weren't as clean as we wanted to, so it does give us a good direction of what to fix for our next games.
I think, however, one thing that shone in yesterday's series was somebody who had a home field advantage.
You're embarrassing him.
Seems like somebody else has a bit of a home field right now as well, probably. But, you know, Hyanan in yesterday's games here in his home country going absolutely huge. 25.5 KDA in the 3 games as Tristana and Sivir. You know, a very strong performance, back to the form that we've seen from Hyanan in the past.
Actually, that was, in the post-game interview, the happiest that I've ever seen Yarden. I think, how much did it really mean to him yesterday doing that call?
I think this whole split he's been just cheesing us and not playing like this, because he could have done this for so long, so he just waited for Sweden so he could do it just to, you know, make his Swedish fans proud.
Well, sadly, on the other side, though, he definitely did. On the other side, though, Vardag did have some good moments, but the UOL, in the end, there was too much to fix, and they couldn't fix it. And with the regional qualifier in sight, Yamato, that might not be a good sign for them.
It's like, first of all, I want to say, I think in this best of 5, I think Vardag's really stepped up. I'm happy for that because we're in Sweden, VODS stepped up. But it also makes me happy that there's still a lot of sloppiness and Unicorns of Love play because we're going to face them in the regional qualifier.
Yeah, that it will be up for you guys as well. But that does bring us to today's best of 5, where the 21-0 Fnatic will take on Origen for the League Summer Championship and the first European seed at World 2015. Now, later today, the playoff action continues in New York, where it's Counter Logic Gaming versus TSM at Madison Square Garden for the North American LCS crown. I mean, what a fantastic day of games.
Some absolutely massive games today. You've got old rivals, TSM and CLG in North America. You've got old friends here in Europe with some ex-Fnatic members on stage on Origen now going up against Fnatic. I mean, you couldn't write a better fairy tale ending to the summer split.
Definitely.
Like, I would say that Fnatic Origen is going to become the new El Clasico because the old one was SK Fnatic, but the SK is, you know, a bit...
Well, whatever may be, by today's end, we'll not only have our league champion and #1 seed for Worlds, but we'll also know who racked up the most championship points during the season. And you guys, of course, H2K with that win yesterday. If Fnatic takes the whole thing, that's really good news for you guys. But if they end up losing, so do I have to even ask who you are rooting for?
No, I think it's pretty obvious at this point who I'm rooting for. So let's really, you know, hope for that kind of Fnatic win to happen.
Well, we will see. The analysis will be unbiased, but of course you have your preference. We totally understand that. There's a lot on the line today in the pro play around the world, and we are opening up our experts to you, so you can ask Prolly and Yamato, trust me, all the questions you want at LL Esports with that hashtag #AskTheDesk, and we'll see what you want to know later today. Now, without further ado, it's time to focus in on the match at hand and meet the 2015 European League Championship Series summer finalists.